Dogs can chase balls into a pool, retrieve sticks from the water, and even swim after floating toys. But when it comes to actually getting the fish out of the water, our furry friends tend to fall short. It looks like dogs just aren't all that good at catching fish, and there are a few reasons why. So if your dog struggles to catch fish or just doesn't seem interested in trying, this video is for you. First up, let's talk about the physical stuff. You see, dogs generally aren't built for nabbing slippery fish, and there are a couple of key reasons for this. For one, their paws aren't really designed for grabbing fish. Think about cats, eagles, or bears. Their paws are sharp and hooked or have webbing between their toes to help them grab slippery prey. But a dog's paw is more like a little mitten than a crab claw. They're great for running, jumping, and digging in the dirt, but not so much for scooping or grasping underwater. Except for some dog breeds like retrievers, most dogs don't have webbed paws either. Webbed paws could help them swim and dive around underwater to snatch an unsuspecting fish. But unless your dog happens to be a double doodle or a Portuguese water dog, they've got 4 separate toes on each front paw and 4 on each back paw, just like human hands and feet. So those paws are better suited for walking on land than finding fish in the water. But it's not just about their paws. A dog's whole body shape is better for running on land than swimming underwater. Their legs are straight and sturdy for supporting their weight on dry land. They don't have the flexible curved bones that help fish move through the water like dolphins or sharks. Plus, fish have special features like gills to help them breathe underwater. We humans can breathe underwater thanks to our scuba gear, but dogs need air. So when they go underwater, they're limited to how long they can hold their breath before needing to come back up for air. All these physical differences show that dogs aren't naturally built for catching fish. They're land creatures, not water creatures. Okay, so maybe your dog could stand to shed a few pounds. Maybe he'd be a bit faster in the water if he weren't packing around so much weight. And believe us, we're not judging. We know a thing or two about losing weight ourselves. But jokes aside, even if your pup were sleek and streamlined, he still wouldn't be built for catching fish. That's because it's not just about their body shape. It's also about their senses and instincts. You see, dogs are land predators, meaning they evolved to hunt and eat other animals on land, not in the water. They descended from wolves, which means they've got wolf instincts. Wolves hunt mammals like deer and rabbits. Fish don't exactly live in the same places or behave the same way as these animals, so dogs' instincts don't really kick in when they're around slippery, scaly prey. Plus, while dogs can see pretty well underwater, their vision just isn't as sharp as some fish-eating animals. Take otters and herons. Otters have special adaptations in their eyes that allow them to see clearly in murky water where fish tend to hang out. Herons can see fish silhouettes against the water's surface, making it easier to spot them too. Dogs don't have these adaptations, so it's harder for them to see fish underwater. And it's not just about seeing the fish, it's also about catching them. To nab a fish, you need stealth, quick reflexes, and a lot of patience. Animals who are good at catching fish like cats, bears, or birds of prey have special hunting behaviors. For example, herons stand perfectly still for a long time before they strike. But dogs aren't known for being stealthy, especially not in the water. They love to splash around and be super energetic, but that scares fish away. So even if a dog could see a fish underwater, it's unlikely that he'd be able to sneak up on it and make a clean getaway. There's another important factor to consider here: the element of surprise. Dogs rely heavily on their sense of smell to find and track animals on land. But underwater, their noses aren't nearly as useful. That's because water can dilute scents and make it harder for dogs to follow a fishy trail. So dogs often don't know what they're chasing until it's too late. This makes catching fish a bit of a guessing game for them, and it's not really their strong suit. All in all, a dog's physical traits, instincts, and hunting style just aren't really suited for catching fish. So even if you train your dog to go after fish, it's unlikely that he'll be a successful fisherman. He might get lucky every once in a while, but it's probably because the fish was small, injured, or just plain unlucky, not because of his skills as a fisher dog. So if your dog can't catch fish, Don't worry, it's not his fault. He's just not built for it. However, there are a few exceptions to this rule, but they're pretty rare. Some dogs can catch fish if they're trained to do so, but this is more about teaching them a trick than having them hunt down a slippery dinner. It's like teaching a pig to fly. Sure, it can be done, but it's not going to be pretty. These dogs are the exception rather than the rule. Other dogs can catch fish if they are in very shallow water or when the fish are young and easy to catch. But again, this doesn't really count as being good at catching fish. It's more about circumstance than skill. However, there are certain dog breeds like Labrador Retrievers or Portuguese water dogs that were bred to assist fishermen. But even these dogs weren't meant to catch fish with their mouths. Instead, they helped with tasks like retrieving nets or scaring fish toward traps. Even so, these dogs aren't necessarily good at catching fish. They're just helpful fishing buddies. Basically, while dogs can sometimes catch fish, it's usually by accident or with a lot of help from their human friends. They're just not naturally built or adapted for fishing. And honestly, we wouldn't want them to be. We love our dogs, but we'd rather they stick to chasing squirrels on land than trying to catch our dinner. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun animal videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.